couple of things. First of all, town halls are for the voters, not for the press, not for the person who's the moderator. Kaitlan spent more time interjecting her own viewpoints or her own views on the situation.
Excuse me, those are actually facts now.
Now, are you guys not going to interject your views on me, or do I get a chance to speak now?
If you're speaking falsely, those were facts.
The town hall is for the president to speak to the voters of New Hampshire, not for this back and forth with media.
Who
that's
defined
number
that?
one. Hold on. That's number one. Number
you
two.
You guys did.
With respect to Ukraine, I totally disagree. He did not say he was just going to give over Ukraine the way you intimate, Van. He did not say that.
He didn't say
what he said.
He did not say that he would stand for a victory.
What he said is that he would actually look for a solution to end it quickly. He put 24 hours on it, but let's be very clear. What Joe Biden has done has been a disaster.
So, Byron Donalds, I hate that he had to do this. I hate that this was the focus yesterday. Well, and it's stupid decisions to entertain it. Welcome to the second hour of the program. It's good to be with you. Dana Loesch here, as always. You can listen coast to coast across the country, and you can also stream it, watch the simulcast, YouTube, Facebook, and also channel 347 DirecTV. Okay, so I'm just going to say it. Because you guys know me, I'm not going to sit here and tiptoe around anything. I give credit where due, but I'm going to call out dumb moves when due. I have no idea why Trump did this yesterday. I have no clue. James Comer had been talking about this press conference since last week. I know that because we played audio of James Comer talking about the press conference this week last week. I know that because when we had previously talked to elected officials, including Jim Jordan, they were giving us the week that they were going to drop some documentation to substantiate their claims with regards to the Hunter Biden and the Biden family scandal. And I know, again, that this whole press conference from the House Oversight Committee was going to be taking place this week because they actually were pushing law enforcement agencies, well, don't indict, don't do anything yet. Wait till the press conference next week. And then at the top of this week, Comer was saying, wait till the press conference on Wednesday. Wait till the press conference. So we know when they were having the press conference. Furthermore, we have known when Title 42 was going to expire since last year. And we actually knew even before then. We knew when Title 42 was going to expire since the Trump administration. So it's been a while. We knew the exact day because in writing the legislation, lawmakers had to put for specificity the exact day. So we knew that there were going to be some pretty big things popping off today that really, really deserved some news coverage. That really deserved the headlines. And if Republicans, all of them, were smart, they would have strategized to maximize that. But instead, it's announced last week, hey, CNN just happens to want to do a town hall on the exact same day, the night before Title 42 expires, on the exact same day that James Comer and House Oversight are having their press conference to talk about all of the documentation as it relates to the Hunter Biden scandal. CNN wanted to do a town hall. Now, I know a little bit of something about CNN town halls. Number one, I used to be a contributor there as the token conservative, not the Nepo baby, but someone that has merit that was a conservative and token at CNN. And also because I participated in a CNN town hall. And I didn't choose to participate in it. I was working for an entity that was partnered with an organization that had required me to be there. So it was part of my job, and no was not an answer. It was nothing I could reschedule. It was nothing I could redo. So I know a little bit of something about the town halls and how CNN works and their culture. So when CNN came up with this idea to do a town hall on the eve of the expiration of Title 42, when CNN came up with the idea to do a town hall on the same damn night that James Comer and House Oversight were going to have this press conference, some people might have looked at that and said, you know what? I get what you're doing. This is bait. You want to distract from everything that's going on. You want to distract from the Hunter Biden scandal and the Biden family scandal. Hell, it's 9 of them. It's not even just one. You want to distract from that. You want to distract from the expiration of Title 42. You want to distract from all of this, and I'm not going to be party to that. I'm not going to help you. I mean, that's what I would have said. That's what I think people who were strategizing would have said. And it's what Donald Trump should have said. Now, I know people because I criticize equally and I give credit equally. And it's weird because, and I've said before, I've known the guy for over a decade. So a lot of the people working for him hate me because I'm not a sycophant, and I'm not a sycophant to anybody. And I'm just I'm a sycophant to you guys because we're friends. And me hanging out with you, this is what we do. So it's kind of weird if I'm beholden to one politician over another, and then also trying to present myself as being somehow bipartisan and fair towards you. It's weird, right? That's what we criticize legacy press for. I'm a commentator, but that's what we criticize news anchors for. Correct. He should have said no. He should have said, how about I do it the week after? I mean, there's nothing to lose the week after. New Hampshire's still going to be there. This New Hampshire town hall for the voters that CNN put together and advertised, you knew it wasn't going to be about New Hampshire town hall for the voters. And the fact that it came literally the day after the E. Jean Carroll thing, you knew what the topic was going to be. We were going to revisit all of everything from 2016. It was going to be about election, grab them by the bits, etc., etc. You knew it was going to be about all of this, and it was going to be nonstop about all of this. It was never going to let up. They didn't ask him. If they really wanted to get him, they would have asked him questions that, I don't know, actual Republicans and conservatives would have wanted to ask. If I was Kaitlan Collins, and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. First off, she's not a conservative. She's a moderate. She's not a conservative. Just because you got your start at Daily Caller 10 years ago doesn't mean that you're a conservative, because there are a lot of moderates that got their start at Daily Caller 10 years ago because they never demanded ideological fealty. So let's establish that. I'm giving her, now before you freak out, I'm giving her some grace because I also know how CNN execs work. I don't know how much leeway she was given, if any, in coming up with these questions. Because I kind of know that previously, some people did not have any leeway in certain town halls. And they became very aggravated when I pointed that out publicly and unfollowed me on Twitter. So I'm just saying, just keep that in mind with all of this. But if Kaitlan Collins really wanted to twist the screws, now, this is me being clinical. Guys, there's no politician perfect, and we don't live in no monarchy, okay? If she really wanted to twist the screws, she would have said, why didn't you build the wall? She would have said, why didn't you push Congress to fully fund it when you were controlling Congress, when you controlled the power of the purse, and you could have, you could have had this in an appropriations. You could have done this in a number of ways. Why didn't you do it? She would have asked that. She would have asked about tariffs and divided the libertarian right from the more Republican right, with the conservatives in the middle watching the two sides fight. She would have asked that. If she was really wanting to turn the screws, she would have asked, why did you say take the guns first and then due process later? And she would have played the video of him saying it. She would have played the video of him talking about how he thinks AR-15 maybe should be banned. Now, he didn't do it, but he talked about it, and he complimented Dianne Feinstein. She would have played that video if she really wanted to turn the screws. If she really wanted to turn the screws, she would have asked him if he regretted anything about the vaccine. And why didn't he put anything in place to prevent the injection from being mandated by federal employees or any number of things? My point is that they asked him questions. This wasn't a New Hampshire town hall for voters because they asked questions that voters don't give a rat's ass about. They ask questions that they have fetishes over. I don't give a damn about E. Jean Carroll. I don't give a damn about locker room talk. I've heard a hell of a lot worse from chicks. I don't care about none of it. What I care about are some of the questions that I just brought up. What I care about is the economy. How would you save the economy? Ask him that. Ask him questions that actually help shape people's opinions. And here we are. They weren't asking questions to better inform New Hampshire voters. They were asking questions to reinforce the biases that voters may still inherently have. And that was the purpose of this town hall. And it's why they should have outplayed CNN instead of letting CNN play them. And you know I'm right.